Hi guys, my name is Anne. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be posting a number of topics around the idea of moving into the fifth dimension or going quantum. I myself am there, I'm experiencing that, currently living in a multi-dimensional life. And part of my role is a messenger, is a way shower, is to help you navigate your way through this extremely difficult to understand, I'll call it an adventure. So I'm going to pick topics to post every couple days around this because it is or can be quite confusing depending on how you look at it. It can be very simple yet very confusing all at the same time. So the topic I'm going to have today is your purpose. So there are many people who are going through this process of awakening. There are many who are ahead, forging their way through, trying to cut a path to get through to this fifth dimensional evolution viewpoint, if you will. Many of us, and there's many before me, who are forging forward, trying to make headway for our development of this newfound, of this new evolution of the earth, because we know that it is necessary in order for it to survive. So there is actually, at this point in time, a massive amount of people that are awakening all at the same time. Some of us have done some, are ahead of most, trying to grasp ourselves, our own understanding of what is happening, and some are to share that in various means and methods. So my particular case, I am a messenger or way shower, so I will, attempt to verbalize what I'm feeling, which is extremely difficult as you go through this process. It's hard to articulate or think linearly at this point, but I want to be able to try and help you understand what is happening. So around your purpose, so there's many roles and many it's quite divine how it's sorted out. So there are a number of people who are meant to be ahead and to try and forge the way through, and to go through some probably very difficult times. Many of the people who are guides or guiding have been through some very large trauma in life, and may have awakened in very difficult and painful, in some cases painful ways. There are just so many roles that I can't even keep track of them. But there are clairvoyants, there are psychics, there are healers, there are aura readers, there are energy healers, there are teachers, there are nurses, there are doctors, there are service people, men and women in our community, there are your neighbor. They're all being moved to help shift this earth in their own very special and unique way. I mean, it's fantastic. So there is no one stronger or less than the other. They are just different roles and different purposes that we all have. So I think, you got to keep that in mind, because we are all trying to do the same thing, really just in our own way, some more passively that may not even know that this is happening, and some more very strong direction on this is what you need to be doing. And this is guided information. This is being driven from my higher self that I know as I move forward down this path, that I know that I'm on my life purpose and I'm fulfilling my mission, really because of how it makes me feel. So you will know if you're moving in the right direction by how you feel about what you're doing. And you don't need to be in a particular role, but you need to be more aware of the fact that this is actually occurring, and really work on yourself. So that's where I come in. So as a guide, as a person who is completely well, I still am. I don't know if it ever ends, but transforming my life and trying to really heal myself from the inside. Because as we do this, as we transform our own lives, as we become aware of what is happening, truly happening, not what we're made to believe is happening, but what is really happening, we start to see clarity, and we start to get a more clear perspective on what we're all here to do. So we all have different roles, we all have different purposes, we all are moving in the same direction. And the question I get is, how do I know what my purpose is? Well, most of the time, and probably if you're watching this, most of the time you sort of have an inclination what that purpose is. Internally, I know in my case, I was nudged and pushed, and basically I was given lots of hints and lots of clues, but for some reason I'm quite stubborn, I guess, so I didn't really listen to it. But you are being nudged on a daily basis. Certain things will in your life that have always appealed to you, or you've always had this inclination, I should do that one day, or I've always loved doing that, or why doesn't this feel right to me, or why is this person making me feel off, or there's something doesn't feel right. So it's those types of things that we've basically been trained to ignore, and really use our logic. I'm here to work, and I'm here to make money, and I'm here to raise a family, and that just does not make logical sense. As you start to sort of clear out some of the old thinking patterns, you'll start to maybe recognize some of the patterns in your own life, because it is there, and you probably are going, yeah, okay, that's why I felt that way. So this may click something in you to get you maybe started thinking down that way, and it doesn't always happen. Like, this is a long process, but we're all here, uniquely here, in our own particular roles, and there's some very far out thinking going on. It depends on your perspective. My personal viewpoint is I have a very positive life outlook. I'm a very honest and a very open person. This has been something that's been taken advantage of in me in the past, but now I know it's a strength, because I'm here to inspire. Hopefully, we'll see. I'm here to inspire others. So really make sure that you resonate with who you're listening to, because no one has all the answers. There are so many different viewpoints. I pick bits and pieces from what other people are saying and create my own knowledge, and then I follow my higher self and pull the pieces together that way. So there is really no one, definitely there is not one person leading this, and really that's the beauty of this whole initiative, is each one of us has such an important role to play here. So as you heal yourself, you're actually healing the world and moving us into such a wonderful new place. So as hard and difficult as it seems right now, as you're listening to me go, this makes no sense, I just feel like shit, I get it, man. I get it. I totally get it. But you know, if you can keep, if we as a collective can keep moving in the right direction, we can bring about great change. So keep that in mind. I'm going to continue to post tidbits and pieces about my experience, my personal experience in this, because I think that's what I value, is what I actually have gone through personally, and what I know to know. So I have this great insight, which gift I'm given, to actually see a bigger picture. I mean, that's really always been my perspective on my entire life, is there is a bigger picture, and there is a much bigger picture, folks. So much bigger than you can ever imagine. So I'm going to post about my experiences and about my insight going forward, picking topics of discussion. Hopefully this first one helps. I'm, just trying to help get the message out there and bring about this so necessary change. It's so incredibly marvelous. At times, you'll know why you're doing it. I mean, you get these big revelations and just pure joy. And then you're sucked back down into days where you wonder why you're even here. I mean, is it really that extreme? But that exemplifies what is actually, happening on the planet. I mean, that's in what separation that we are currently in. So we are our own personal experience. We are the collective that makes this world happen. So hopefully these posts I'm going to put up, because I do have insight every day. So you can follow me on Mystical Rantings on Instagram. I post daily updates. If you go back in time, you'll see some of the posts, some of the things that I've been sharing sort of on a daily basis. But again, more hints and tips to help you get through this. So that's really my goal here, is to really work with you, and also work one-on-one with people. So that's one of my purposes as well, is to really assist individuals kind of go through what I went through, based on my intuition, based on my knowledge of astrology, my knowledge of people, my experience, which is vast. So all of those things brought together, I'm hoping that I can bring about change, one person at a time, starting with me. So thanks for listening. I will continue to post. Hopefully this resonates with somebody. Thank you, guys. Take care.